Hi, I'm Kevin Tame and welcome to The Hacktivist. Today I am going to be doing some streaming. I haven't been streaming in quite a while. I recently moved houses and I just haven't been playing as much Netrunner. So I was diving kind of back in, wanted to see what was happening with the meta. I was looking at decks. I think it was last week I was on we were doing the Netrunner Quest podcast, which I highly recommend to you, and we had Kenny Deacons on. And he suggested that I play Lobstermodernism. So I was going to actually give that a try to see, kind of how that goes. I had one game when it initially came out, but he gave some kind of tips on how to play it. I wanted to talk about that. I'm also trying a new thing here as well. I'm streaming to Twitch and to YouTube at the same time. So that's putting a little bit more pressure on my computer. So if you have any issues or hear any sound issues or anything like that, please let me know. I want to make sure that you guys are able to see. Anyways, let's jump right in here and give this a roll. So let's just take a look here at Lobstermodernism first real quick. I can look at it right here. So you have it... the basic plan here from what Kenny describes is you want to get a Project Atlas scored with a couple counters on it, one or two. And that kind of then creates these two forks that you want to approach. So jam out the Project Atlas as quickly as you can. And then depending on if the runner is going aggressive and they're kind of low, you can use one of the counters to pull in hard-hitting news and hopefully then pull in boom or consulting visit. Those decisions as well kind of matter where you place your ice, because if you are able to land the tags, you need to, and they go tag me, you need to protect from the boom. So you want to put Archer. Usually this is what Anarchs will do. You put Archer on R&D, and then you're just it's basically a race to try and see who can dig into boom. Another kind of thing that he talked about is if they are kind of just sitting back, then you kind of want to just put pressure on by trying to score as many agendas as can. So you might use those Atlas counters to kind of do an Atlas train if you can. Anyways, let's jump right in here and see how this goes. I had one game a long time ago and I won that, but I don't even remember what happened. So we'll see. Let's make these visible. And I am going to play Lobstermodernism. And if you have any thoughts while I'm playing, please let me know. Okay, let's jump right in. Okay, so this is Freedom. Let's zoom in here a little bit. Freedom likes to put on pressure, so having hard-hitting news is pretty good. It's probably good to have some economy. But the big issue here is that Freedom is able to trash my key cards and ice and stuff, so I'm going to keep this and I'm going to install Data Raven on HQ. Oh, drawing hedge fund was exactly what I needed. So I'm going to hedge fund. I'm going to put this on HQ, the Data Raven, and then I'm going to put, I'm actually just going to gain a credit. So yeah, my opponent is going for this like trash everything, consume, David. They got clone chip. Interesting. So I do want to score this Oaktown, but I don't have an ice that I can really score behind. So just to protect R&D, I'm going to kind of set up this Archer now, and then IPO. Unfortunately, I'm taking a little longer than I want to go. I think I want to go a little bit more aggressive. David's also really good against Archer. actually going to set up this remote and start scoring out this Oaktown renovation next turn, because my opponent, they're pretty poor, and hopefully they run and try and oh, okay. And they take oh, they lost the ones they wanted. I might be able to hard-hitting news them here, though, I think, because I can play economic warfare. I can then play hard-hitting news. Yeah, so let's see, my opponent is going to be on 6. It's probably smart for them to take Liberated here. And they probably play Mining Accident. Mining Accident actually would be a bad play for them, I think. Okay, so I can... Let's do the math here. So they have 9 credits. If I play Economic Warfare, that brings them down 4 to 5 credits. They'll get 2 from daily casts. They can clear 3. So that only leaves them with 1 tag, which isn't very good for me. So the better play is actually to, I think, jam this in server 1. Make money so that I can have a little bit of economic advantage. And depending on if they try and put pressure here, which looks like they're going to, we'll see if they'll be able to. Well, they could take, they can't, I guess they could take the meat. They really bounced up there with money. I still think it was the right call, though. Oh, they're not going to go for it. Yeah, I think that's probably wise, because then I can hard-hitting news them. So I can advance. Let's score. And I'm going to just take hedge fund. I think my plan here is to go I'm just going to jam this GFI in next turn. My opponent sure is making a lot of money. And they have Tripano. With clone ship, they can bring David back. I don't think I really want to res Archer yet. I might be going down the path of wanting the money. Or not wanting the money, wanting the agendas. Jeez Louise. They got a crazy amount of money. This is interesting, though, that they're drawing. Maybe they think this is an NGO. So sometimes you just can score out agendas. Doesn't look like I'm going to go on the hard-hitting news plan. So I'm going to trash that. So I think what I'm going to try and hope for is to just see if I can get some agendas and score them. I'm going to put this Prisek here. Because then that forces my opponent to come and check it. Because it could be a game-winning point. Being on 5 points is actually really good here. This feels good. This is very taxing for them. Now let's trace. But they have a ton of money, so I don't know if it matters. Oh, I boomed them. They have 2 tags. Right? Hold on, let me think this through. Yeah, I think I got this. Yeah, I think they should have cleared 1 tag, right? Didn't they have another action there? Let's see, they ended their turn. Oh, they took 4 off of Liberated. Yeah, that was a mistake. They needed to clear that single tag, I think. Yeah, that was just a mistake on their part. Anyways, well, that worked out. It wasn't really like the game plan that I thought I would do, but so it kind of steered me down the path of, you know, trying to just jam agendas, which seemed to work out. Look at all these anarchs. Must be a ton of freedom. Freedom, Quetzal, Quetzal. Quetzal. Wow. Okay, 419. I think 419 wrecks this deck. Well, maybe not wrecks it, but 419 definitely wins the traces a lot. So 419 isn't going to get tagged. So I definitely have to rush. Maybe I can land an early. We'll set up that right there for prevent him from exposure. Nah. Exposure really matters when they have Amakua, I think. So I think what I do here is my plan here is I want to maybe get the runner to come in and just check this. So I'm going to go server 1. I do want to prevent. I'm going to advance it once, gain a credit. And I'm hoping what I can do is do economic warfare, hard-hitting news. Maybe I can sneak out of them. Doesn't look like my opponent's going to bite. Well, these expose effects, man. They're pretty powerful. I played a lot of these 419 decks, and it's really hard to trick them. Oh, this is a net tap deck. Ugh. Advance. Score. Do you want to prevent the exposure? I think I do. Honestly, with these GPI net tap decks, ice doesn't matter. Like, they're just going to get so much counters on Amakua. I don't know if, like, preventing the expose is, like, the right thing. But oof, so that every time a card is exposed, they gain a credit. Jeez Louise. I'm hoping if they could come here and put pressure on this, I might be able to land a hard-hitting news. Economic warfare, hard-hitting news. Well, there you go. And this, I'm really losing money. So I'm going to put this in server 1. No, and then I'm just going to gain credits. Yeah, jeez. I don't really want to lose this. I think I need to be rushing, because once they're set up, I'm screwed. Ugh. I don't think I'm ever going to land this hard-hitting news now. So let's just get rid of the economic warfare. Dang, man, having them trash that, not good. See, I wonder if it would have been better to further exposure, but nope. And then I'm going to just gain a credit. Man, they just get so much money. I think what they're just really missing now is Amakua. Nah, I don't really care. I'm not going to be able to boom him this game. Fortunately, I don't even think I'm going to be able to keep him out. What I really need to do is be able to sneak out an Atlas. Prevent the exposure. Yes. I maybe should have waited on that. This is bad news. But if I can get this scored, I'll be in a much better position. I think what they're going to try and do is Maxwell James me. They know that that's the Mausolus because they saw it. They don't know this is a vanilla. What they really need is to get an Amakua. Because if I can score this Atlas, I will feel like I'm in pretty good shape. Because then what I just need to do is I need to... oh, wow. Oh, they're exposing the price deck. So much money. I think that was the right play. Even though I'm going to be super poor. I still think it was the right play. That Brian Stinson's not going to fire. I don't think it will, at least. Yeah, let's get rid of the hard-hitting news. So now my plan here is I'm on... now I'm just looking for Audacity, and because Audacity I can score from hand. So let's replace this one on HQ. Nope. And let's get rid of Mausolus is useless to me, I think. Economic Warfare is useless to me. So my plan is I might have to fast track a Project Atlas as soon as I find Audacity. No luck. And then just really hope that my opponent can't hit, because but my opponent these they usually will play like a legwork, so fast tracking it's kind of a bad idea, I think. I don't know really my outs here. So my outs are 1 Audacity, 1 Archive Memories, 1 Consulting Visit, which doesn't really help me, 3 Atlas. Okay, so yeah, I'm really just looking for Atlas and them installing stuff though is really hampering my style though. This corporate grant, no bueno. Okay, that feels pretty good. Prevent 1. No, I just need the money. I don't have very many outs here. Archer. What is GPI net tap? Whenever you approach a piece of ice, you may expose it. You may trash your net to jack out. So that's gain 2 and the run. And there goes the Rubicon switch. I think I could possibly win off of hostiles. Hostiles, I only need 2 of them, so I'm not going to res another piece of ice, to be honest. So I'm going to go for a hostile score. With turning wheel, I can't reasonably... Okay, so there they go. They got their turtle. Now they're all set up. I really don't hope to hit the hostile, because if they hit the hostile, I really want to score it. Fast track. Okay. Oof. If I can get a Audacity, I can fast track a hostile and then score it with Audacity. So I need to... I think what I might need to do is kind of put my opponent... there's nothing I can do. Maybe I fast track the hostile. Well, then they'll just turning wheel it. That doesn't help either. What I really need to see is Audacity before they do. Well, it actually doesn't matter because they can't do anything to it before they steal all my agendas. That's kind of, I think, my only out here. Looks like I wonder if they'll use some of their Amakua counters here. No. I think they host that, right? Steal it and take the tag and clear. Makes sense. Okay. I think I can win this next turn. Yeah, so I think my play here is fast track, hostile takeover, Audacity. Oh. The Fisk actually probably helps me. I mean, if like I was looking for cards. And how many hostiles are in here? Hostile takeover. There's 3. So I'm actually in pretty good shape. They might steal GFI, which is fine. They can't trash fast track. They might steal also standoff too, which is pretty good. Yeah, I think I win. Okay, so we're going to fast track, hostile takeover, put it into server 1, Audacity. Good game, well played. Yeah, their deck is really unstoppable. Yeah, so I mean, I think that's actually a pretty bad matchup for me. You just kind of just go fast. I think one of my probably the best play on that was to actually sneak out the Atlas, because that put me at the points that I needed. Also, like I kind of left the 2 advanced GFI there for a little bit, and I think that also kind of tricked my opponent in helping them think that like it could have been an NGO front or something like that. Well, let's try this match again. Oops, I started the game without any opponents. Let's try that again. So yeah, it really hasn't gone to my plan of like trying to get Atlas tokens. That's kind of what Kenny Deakins had shared was, you know, get 2 counters on an Atlas and then use those to either help you score agendas, like with Audacity, or to help you hard hitting his boom. And that really hasn't played out yet, so that's kind of interesting. But I guess I'm kind of going down that plan. My plan is was to just jam agendas, right? My first game, my opponent, I think, just had a misplay on their part. And I kind of took advantage of it. Let's see. Someone will join us. Man, it seems like everyone's skipping around me. That's okay. Let's take a look here at maybe what Kenny was saying, was sharing with this. So the key idea here is like the big idea is that you're basically have your 2 win conditions, hard hitting news and Atlas, and you're just trying to get those off. And Archer just seems like a really good ice, especially against Anarchs. So you're using that, like that ice placement is what is like kind of like the key to it. I don't know if I've been playing it the best, but so it's like, I think if you're on the boom plan, then you want to protect R&D because you want to draw into boom. And if you are on the score plan, you want to maybe put it on your remote to try and score out of. Holy cow, another 419 deck. Okay. Depends on what type of 419 they're on. Seeing economic warfare, hard-hitting news, and boom early could be good because it could win me the game. but I have a feeling they're probably not going to be running turn 1. So I'm going to actually mulligan this, even though I really like it, because this gives me some economy, and I can start kind of jamming out this GFI. Because I think that's my plan, is to try and score before my opponent does. NGO, another great card. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to... I kind of want to have this remote set up. Let my opponent... should I let them see it? I think so. It doesn't really matter. To prevent? No, I don't want to prevent. Let's gain a credit. It doesn't really matter because, like, if they know it's Data Raven, it's not that big a deal. The real pain is that they have the falsified credentials, I think is what it is. And that one is really good about, you know, sniffing out agendas. But 4 and 9 typically can't put the pressure on. Artist Colony, 4-foot an agenda. Wow. Interesting. So I'm going to go server 1. This one I am going to prevent. Advance. Because I want to force them to come in and look at it if they want. Or... search your stack for a card and install it, paying the install cost. I wonder if they're like on a fan site build? This is really interesting. They're too poor, though, to reasonably contest this. Wow. But them, that's pretty aggressive running for 419. Probably would have been better for me to keep the hard-hitting news now that I see it. And they trash the boom. And I just go for the score because my plan now is just to score out if I can. Because oftentimes when 419 is all set up, it's really difficult to deal with. Do I want to prevent the exposure? Yeah, let's force the runner to... Well... Sorry, you can expose. It is a NGO. Yeah, that was okay, I think, there. Because I just want to get the money. It's just better to have the money. So they are on a net tap deck, probably, I'm assuming. So I need to kind of go quick here. So I'm going to try and draw into my agendas as quickly as I can. Let's go for a standoff. Prevent the exposure of a card. No. Advance. Advance. Score. The real problem here is Maxwell James is an issue. So like, if you put... Do I care about this data raven? I'm just gonna let it Let them trash it. See if they trash something else. They might trash daily cast. That's fine. Got rid of those artist colonies, so now they can't do anything with the standoffs, which is good. So we got the net tap up, which is really strong. Very, very strong. I really need to draw into an atlas, would be really great, because then I can install vanilla, advance the atlas. You know, I might just install Archer here, because then my opponent, if they do get Amakua down, I mean, I do run the risk of like Maxwell James and stuff like that. Actually, I just score this. No. My opponent is pretty poor right now. Okay, so they do got Turtle. And prevent an installed piece of hardware from being trashed. Wow. I see. Oof. I really, really wanted that. I really wanted that. If I can find a hard-hitting news right now, that would be great. New remote. Prevent. Nope. Let's do this over R&D. Yeah, so I think scoring is my plan here. I mean, my opponent is really poor, so if I can find hard-hitting news and force them to run, I mean, they haven't really got this this thing going yet. So their engine here hasn't really got set up yet. Maxwell James, that's a pain. That can be a real hamper on my day, because they got to make a successful run on HQ, and they'll be able to derez the Archer. So it's probably not great to have that. Though what's interesting is Whoredom is really good. But they probably have a way to deal with that. To prevent... Do I want to pay one to prevent? Sure. I'm going to draw... And then I'm going to score this hostile takeover next turn, which then all I need to do is draw into a Atlas to do Audacity. And that's pretty good, and that will win me the game. Oh. Do I want to prevent? It kind of gives them money, gives them counters. Sure, I'll prevent. Okay, so now I just need to draw into a I might score this other hostile to be able to res my Archer twice, just in case I need to. This is taking my opponent a long time to get set up, to be honest. And it'll allow me to, kind of take advantage of it. I think I just install in server 3. Do I pay 1 to prevent exposure of installed card? Yes. Can use Audacity to score this, I believe. 1, 2, yep, 3, 4. I can score it with Audacity. Maxwell James, the real pain about Maxwell James is that, I don't think they can get through this Whoredom right now, actually. So they can't get Maxwell James online. I actually think I'm in a good spot here. Oh, what is breach? It's a barrier. Yeah, that's game. Not much they can do. They were pretty poor. Good game. Yeah, I mean, it's doing pretty good. I'm not playing in competitive. I don't know if these are all the toughest matches ever, but still pretty fun. I mean, it seems pretty good, to be honest. I'm able to. There's just a lot. It seems like there's a lot of outs. It's interesting I faced this many 419 though. I thought I'd face a lot more Anarch. Okay, this is what I figured the type of deck I would face. So let's think here. I think this is a keeper. New remote, server 1, advanced, and probably should have like tried to money up a little bit. If they hit the GFI, that's actually pretty good. I like that. Wow. Advance, 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 score. So this is the Kenny Deacon's plan. It kind of feels like I want to go with the, well, I need to get some money. Let's be honest. Getting money is my #1 priority. So if I can get some NGOs or anything like that, because then I can, my opponent is pretty poor here. But I'm very poor. Let's run over HQ. Let's do that over R&D. Let's gain a credit. Just kind of get set up here. I do run the risk of losing these agendas because my opponent's probably going to, they can come in and check HQ. Might be a mistake. But one of the problems that Val has is, you know, finding the Black Orchestra. Okay, so here is the turtle that they're playing. I'd rather not lose the Atlas, to be honest. They probably play liberated accounts, right? They don't. Server 1, gain money. If I had the money, I would rather have jammed the Project Atlas. I would have felt a lot better. It's cost me 2 Do a meat damage. Cost me 4 to res Hortum. Nah, it's not worth it. They're going to get a counter. They're going to probably trash Prysec, I would assume. Sure. Okay, so they're running pretty poor here, pretty aggressively. So I might, if I can get enough credits here, I might be able to economic warfare them. Pull out hard-hitting news with Atlas. And then land the tags, and then depending on how much money I have, I need to have 4. I need to have 4 for hard-hitting news if I can get it cleanly. Someone's calling me. Sorry. Sorry about that. Someone's calling me. You know, I lose the boom here. They steal some agendas. Ploy Strike is a bit of a pain. But I might with this. They're able to easily steal the global food. Yeah, I think my play is daily cast. Okay. I can 4. They would have 6. They can clear down to 1 tag, which is not what I want to do. Wow. My plan just might be score, to be honest. Oof, trashes the boom. I think I just take the bad pub. It's fine. I don't have the money right now. Ugh, that's not great. Oh, but I can definitely land hard-hitting news. And then archive memories. Boom them next turn, because I got it right there. So let's plan this out. So if I go economic warfare, gain a credit, search my deck for hard-hitting news, play hard-hitting news. They get 4 tags. They can't clear them all. I use archive memories, which costs 0, and boom is 4. So I don't even have to boost this. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now the way I do lose is if they are able to steal this agenda in server 1 and pick off the Atlas and then maybe stuff off R&D, which, yeah, that could happen. Good game. So yeah, I mean, what was interesting about that game is my opponent was playing so aggressively that it kind of dictated my plan. I was drawing into agendas, and I was planning on going down the scoring plan, but having that Atlas counter gave me a lot of flexibility. I was able to, switch courses and say like, okay, I'm ready to switch, and I want to, do this other thing. That's pretty sweet, actually, now that I think about it. So getting that Atlas is really, really important, and I don't think runners, for the most part, can contest a agenda turn 1. So if you can get an Atlas turn 1 with like a Horda, probably a Vanilla is ideal, to be honest, to keep them out. That seems really, really good. Yeah, that was pretty cool, actually. I really enjoyed that. Anyways, thanks so much for watching these games. I really enjoyed playing this deck, and yeah, thanks for watching. And if you guys have any more thoughts or anything like that, go ahead and comment once the YouTube video is posted. Anyways, have a good night. Great, thanks, bye.